The Acolyte episode 7 is here, and so many amazing things happened in this episode. So many questions were answered. So many lessons in life happened. Some of those lessons: all black women are queen. Do not question black women because they are queen. They don't do anything wrong. That is why they call it black girl magic, because you cannot question all hail black girl queens. Don't do it. That's one of the lessons. Number 2, the Jedi. The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are evil. The Jedi are terrible. We know all of you chuds out there have fantasized about being a Jedi because you think they're cool and you think they're awesome. Well, in reality, the Jedi are evil, terrible people, and we have to get rid of all of them or let Rey rebuild the entire Jedi Order in the right way. And of course, last but certainly not least, never trust a white woman. Hey, I mean, Leslie Headland, I appreciate you. I mean, that's essentially the thing we learned in this episode, because if you trust a white woman and you do what she says, she's going to fuck everything up, but it's going to be your ass that has to clean up the mess, not her, because she's going to be long gone by the time everything hits the fan. Good job, Leslie Headland. That's a quick recap of The Acolyte episode 7 right there. My God, this episode was so incredibly bad and boring. It really was one of the worst episodes, which says a lot, because this is we're talking about the Acolyte here, one of the biggest pieces of shit we've ever seen. This episode was painful to get through. Painful to get through. Right here you have it. Black women are queen. We all knew what direction this episode was going in, and this particular scene played out exactly like we knew it would play out, because this is Lucasfilm doing what Lucasfilm has always done. The black woman was just wanting to honor her child, and those mean Jedi were just there to take them out and make mistakes and cover things up and all of that. It's such nonsense. Then we get to the scene I'm talking about. So right here, Lily says, wow, so it was all Master Indara. Saul killed the mother, Indara killed the rest of the witches, and it was her idea to lie to the council. I thought the Acolyte was about empowering women. All it proved was that you don't believe all women. WTF. Absolutely. Endemion's got a good tweet here that kind of really breaks the whole thing down, and shout out to Endemion. He's got a great YouTube channel. If you guys have not checked his channel out, you should. And he says specifically in here he's not even going to make a video, so I think he's got a good breakdown right here. The penultimate episode of Star Wars The Acolyte is a complete waste of time and a bizarre choice to present this far into the show's existence. All you learn is that Soul killed a witch, and I guess they sort of explain why and how Osha May are made of, kind of. It's called a vergence, which is basically a condensed space of force energy. By the way, when I think it was Saul who said virgins in it, it sounds like he's saying virgins in the show. Of course, Saul, you can't understand anything he fucking says, but yeah, when he says it, it's... It sounds like he's saying virgins. I'm like, what the hell is happening right now in this show? What the hell is happening? Think of when Luke walked into Yoda's swamp and saw visions of himself in the Empire. That's kind of a vergence, although weaker than this. Anyways, the twins are alluded to be some sort of manipulation of that phenomenon, and they say they're the same person, like down to the DNA and midichlorians. They're one being split into two. Also, this vergence stuff is directly tied to Mortis and all of that. Honestly, this episode and episode 3 could have been one big episode, but doing it this way feels like a waste of time in my opinion. I won't be covering this in a video because, to be honest, it's not really much to talk about in my opinion anyway, at first glance. This show is genuinely a waste of time for everyone involved. 1000%. Also, the reason why the witches die is because they communicate together to use their powers to control Kelnaka, the Wookiee Jedi, into fighting his friends. Then Trinity from the Matrix clears his mind using the Force to sever the connection, which apparently kills or gives all the witches brain damage or something. Doesn't matter, who cares? Fuck this show. What a waste of time, money, and potential. Well, I agree with you on the money or the time and money. There was never potential. This show never had potential at all. It was never going to be good. It was never going to do anything other than be the pile of shit that it is. This was frustrating. This was frustrating on many levels because it is... I'm just being honest. Like, I'm all about respecting other people's opinions and the things that they like and all of that. I like a lot of things that people don't like. And I do understand that. I don't see people defending this show based on the show. I see people defending this show because people they don't like are complaining about this show. That's what I see a lot of. I don't see anybody out there going, hey, I like this show because of X, Y, and Z. They're usually like, I like this show, and so is really toxic for not liking this show, and it's really annoying to see all of the haters out there hating on the show. That's all I see. If you like the fucking show, then who gives a shit what anybody else thinks? I like Terminator Salvation. Christian Bale is John Connor. I think McGee was the director of that movie. I thought it had phenomenal cinematography. What's that guy's name from Avatar that was in it? Fuck. I can't even remember the guy's name. Anyway, he was in like every fucking movie for like 3 years. But he was in it, and he was pretty good in that movie too. I thought overall it was good. It's not a great movie. It's not a great Terminator movie. It is certainly not up there with T2, but I like the fucking movie. A lot of people hate it. Is that a problem? Is that going to affect my viewing of it? No. I can like bad movies. You can like bad TV shows. But when your entire reason for liking something is because someone that you have been told not to like doesn't like it, that's weird. I don't understand how anybody likes The Acolyte. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that do like it. I'm just saying I don't fucking understand how anybody could like this piece of shit because it is objectively one of the worst things I have ever seen, especially in the context of Star Wars. It's fucking horrendous. It really is. It's painful to watch. I didn't want to make a video about this. Now, again, while I didn't want to make a video, I'm going to like the ad revenue and the views I get from this. I totally understand that. I'm not sitting here acting like it hurts me to make videos and make money off of it. But fuck, this show sucks. It really does. And if you know anything about Star Wars, and I'm not the most knowledgeable Star Wars fan, I loved Star Wars back in the day. I very much enjoyed it, and I was looking forward to seeing what Disney could give us, but I'm not on the level of Ryan Kennel or something like that. But if you know anything about Star Wars and you watch this show, how do you like this piece of shit? Seriously, I'm genuinely asking, explain it to me. How do you like this show? There is nothing good about this show. There is nothing redeeming about this show. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing that I can look to and go, that's a really high point. If they would have done more of that, no, there's literally nothing in this show that I could say if they did more of that, it would be good because it's all fucking terrible. The guy that plays Quamir is a fucking decent actor. He's decent in this show. That doesn't change anything. Him being good doesn't mean if he's even better, that makes the show even better. No, he's good in the show and he seems to be a good actor. You could put Denzel Washington in this show and it wouldn't make a difference because it's all about the activists that are involved with the process from the beginning. This was never going to be good. And the people that are out there trying to praise it all to own the chuds just prove that you don't actually like the show. You're just doing it to own the chuds. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.